Hey, welcome to Jay's Helper. In this video, I'm going to help you how to build a simple resume using HTML and CSS. This is a website, it's kind of a resume where you can upload in GitHub and then create your own URL. So this URL, you can share it to your friends or you can put in your resume. Being a developer, I really recommend to have an online presence and then have a knowledge on GitHub. So if you don't know what GitHub is, I would definitely recommend you to log into GitHub and create an account. So this video is going to be entirely on GitHub, how to upload in your GitHub and then how to make a versioning and then create your own page on GitHub. I'm going to focus on two things here. One, to create this HTML and CSS, not using any JavaScript. And then next, using GitHub, how to upload your application into GitHub and then create your own page like this. So without further ado, let's go into the video. So first thing first, you need to have a GitHub account. So to do that, open github.com. So you end up in a sign-in page, similar like this. If you don't have an account, sign up and create your own account. I already have an account, so I'm going to sign in. So once I sign in, you see repositories over here. So all you need to do is, if you don't see any repositories, click new to build your own resume or any website if you want to build. Say in my case, I'm saying my resume, and then make it as a public. If you want to share this to your friends or if you want to use by yourself, you can click private and then create a repository. I already have an empty repository, so I'm going to use that. That's my resume. So it shows you how to create your own Git repository on your local machine. Next thing is I'm going to open my editor. So in this case, I'm going to use my Visual Studio Code, my default editor. Make sure you have Git and Node installed in your machine. So if you don't have Git or Node installed in your machine, to install Nodejs, you have to type nodejs.org. You can see a download option here for Mac. Install the recommended one in your machine, and then once you start typing, so this is the terminal. If you don't see the terminals, you have to click view and then click terminal so you can see the terminal here. If you still have a problem opening up a terminal, especially on Windows machine, there are separate videos how to open up terminal on VS Code. To check whether node is installed, say node -v, that's done, and check my npm version also. Npm is another node package manager library, comes along with node. Check whether it's installed. If it's already in there, you should see some version. And so install Git. So if you want to install Git, download this one and then you should be done. I already installed Git on my machine, so if I run git version, that should show me what Git version I have right now. Okay, so before starting everything, I'm going to explain you a simple package called parceljs. So this is the package we are going to use to build our application. It's very simple. All you need to do is run this installation file on your machine, and then the rest everything takes care by Parcel. Parcel is a builder. It bundles your application and export it for you in a fashionable manner. To install that, all you have to do is install this npm install -g Parcel Bundler. Type on that on your command line and click enter. So this should install globally on your machine. Alright, I got an error. I have to run this with sudo install. So anything, if you're going to install on a global level, make sure you're having sudo in front of that code. Parcel Bundler. So now I'm going to create a new project called my resume. So make sure you're following the same name as it's in the GitHub. Copy that, npm. So make a directory here. I'm going to create a new directory, my resume, and then my resume. Alright, let me clear. And then run npm init. This is going to create a new package JSON on your folder. Say OK for everything. So this actually comes up with different options. Just type everything, whatever it is default, say yes, that's it, done. Let me clear that. So once it is done, you can see a package.json file. Okay, now I'm going to modify the package.json with the help of parcel. Dev should be parcel index.html. Index.html is not there, we're going to create it in a moment. And build is going to be parcel build index.html, and deploy is going to be, we're going to clear a dist file. I'll explain you what is dist file, and I'm using npm build and then npm gh pages -t dist. I'll come back to this later, but I have to add few more changes on this package.json. So first thing is like create a home page. So home page has to be https your github name dot github.io / your repository name. Okay, so this is really mandatory. If you want to run GitHub pages on your GitHub, you should mention homepage with the URL. I'm going to replace with mine with my GitHub account name, that text you, and my repository name, my resume. So yours would be like your GitHub name / your repository name. So once that is done, you're all good with package.json. Just save it, and then now we're going to install few dependency packages. So first thing, we're going to install gh pages. To do that, npm install gh pages -save -save, enter. Since this is a dependency, I can use a flag save. If it is a dev dependency, you should use -save -dev. I will show you the Parcel Bundler is a dev dependency. I'm going to install Parcel Bundler locally on my machine. So to do that, npm install -save -dev Parcel Bundler. Alright, done. Now let's go to smash our resume. To do that, I'm going to first create a new index file, HTML file, and then I'm going to create a new styles folder, and should have only one CSS file. I'm not going to create any JavaScript file here because this application is not going to have any JavaScript. There is a cool format in VS Code. Press tab. That should create a basic template of HTML page. Rename my title as my resume, and then since I have installed Parcel in my local application, all I need to do is run npm run dev. So that should bundle the parcel, and once it is bundled, you get a URL. If you click the URL, it opens up a new browser and loads the HTML. Say let's go to HTML and modify some changes. Say first thing is side. I create a section. Section should have a side, and I have an image, source. I'm going to fill the source later, and article. Let me copy some lorem ipsum. This should be fine. Okay. Copy everything, and I create 3 sections. So you open up the local You can see the changes here. Let me add a h1 tag. Say that's going to be our title, summary, and experience, and contacts. Alright, now I'm going to include a Google font just to make the font a little better. Google Fonts, and then I select Open Sans. Okay, this should be fine. Select this font, copy this link and paste it in your HTML. So that should include Google font on your application. And then all I need to do is copy this font style and paste it on the body. Let's start creating a CSS. Make padding 0, margin 0, and say box sizing, border box, and font family. Once it is done, refresh, you can see the font has been changed. Now I'm going to include 3 new icons. GitHub icon, search for free icons. Hopefully I can able to get few icons. Or okay, let's download the PNG, free download, and I'm going to quickly download 3 more. Gmail, that looks fine to me, and say Twitter. Okay. Now I'm going to create a new folder here called assets, and then copy everything from my downloads to this folder. In the source, say assets/GitHub, Gmail, and Twitter. Now the rest of the work is going to be carried forward in CSS. Let's play around with CSS. Say first section display grid, and grid template columns is auto and 10%. Let's see how this works. Okay, I want to keep the aside on this side. Okay, looks good to me. Now start styling aside. Background color, hash F44 should be fine. And then margin 0, and then text align center. I'm giving slight box shadow for this component. It should be -4 pixels, just a trial and error method. Let's see how this looks like. 1 pixels, 5 pixels, 0, and hash d5. Alright, let's design the article. Padding 15 mm. Let's give a bigger padding. Then should be display. I'll make it flex, and then align content center, flex direction column, and justify content center. Okay, looks good to me. Let's give some design to the paragraph. Line height 1.5 and font size should be 12 pixels. No, probably 20 pixels. Okay. Now the fun part is going to be on the image side. Let's say width for the image should be 80 pixels, and then position should be sticky. So this, if you're using sticky property, it checks the parent element, and then based on the parent element it assigns it position itself to the top value. We are going to give now, say top value, I'm going to say calculate of 50%, say that's nothing but the center minus 40 pixels, center of center, and position sticky should go with a WebKit fallback, say WebKit sticky. Alright, okay, that looks fine now. Not box, I think it should be box shadow. I have to increase the size of padding, say I would say 20 mm and 15, that gives more padding, and set height as 100%. Say give more font size, and then so our basic template is ready now. H1 font size as 30 pixels. Yeah. Alright. So we got the website ready. Now I want to build this. To do that, I'm going to call npm run build. So what it does, it runs parcel build using index.html and then create a folder called dist. So it has all the files inside this folder. Before pushing this to GitHub, I want to create a new file on the root level called .git ignore. So what this file does is it's not going to push all the files into my Git repository. So all I need is only the source files which I have modified. I don't want the dist folder, or I don't need the node modules here, so I can ignore those. And then I don't need cache, and then dist folder. All good. Now say git space status. Okay, now we need to map the git based on the command line too. Say git init. Okay, and then ignore this. We are not going to add any readme file. And now I'm going to add this remote origin, enter, and then say git add everything. So you can either say git space add start, and then git commit, my initial commit, and then git push. It gives you a command line to push to the master, copy and paste it again. Now it'll ask you to log in on the Git before you push it. So since I have logged in on this terminal before, it directly push into my account. So when you refresh that, you see all the files get pushed. Now I need to enable Git pages. So to do that, do a build again. That should be npm run build, and then gh pages, push dist file into this branch. Let me run npm run deploy. So what it does is it clears everything and creates a new file format, and then you can see it's published. So if you refresh GitHub, on the code level, you can see there is a new branch called gh pages. When you click on gh pages, you should see only the files which is related to dist. And now I need to do is enable Git pages. You have to remove all the slashes in front of the assets files, and then run gh pages -t test. So this series 0 gh pages -t test. Alright, and then if you click, it should work. So what we have learned so far is how to handle Git and how to handle gh pages, and then some introduction about Parcel and some introduction about the CSS script property. Hope this helps how to create your own website. That's it for the video. Thanks for listening.